If you see a white, twisting figure in the distance while driving through the Japanese countryside, do not look at it through a lens. If you understand what it is, it's already too late. This is the Kunekune, a modern legend that says anyone who perceives its true form loses their mind instantly. These are 10 Asian urban legends that were caught on camera. From the woman who asks if she's pretty, to the silent entities living in your own apartment. Most of these were dismissed as glitches, until people started disappearing. The slit-mouthed woman. In the late 70s, mass hysteria gripped Japan. Children were terrified to walk home alone because of a woman in a surgical mask. She will ask you, "Am I pretty?" If you say no, she kills you with giant scissors. If you say yes, she removes her mask and cuts your mouth to look just like hers. The legend is so powerful that schools were closed and police patrols were doubled. People still report seeing a masked woman standing near school gates at dusk. The girl in the gap. She doesn't live in the woods or the cemetery. She lives in the 2-inch space between your furniture and the wall. If you catch her eye, she will ask you to play hide and seek, but you are always the one hiding. The next time you look into that gap, she will pull you in with her. Dozens of missing person cases in Tokyo remain unsolved. No signs of struggle, no broken locks, just an empty room and a slightly moved dresser. Aka Manto, or the red cape. In the late 80s, Japanese schools reported a string of students vanishing after visiting the last stall of a specific bathroom. He will ask you, do you want a red cape or a blue cape? If you choose red, he will cut your neck from ear to ear until your body is soaked in blood. If you choose blue, he will choke you until your face is blue. The original suspect was never caught. Some police reports state that the victims' bodies were found exactly as described, with no sign of a human attacker. Kashima-san. She is not a person. She is a memory of trauma. In Hokkaido, a woman was hit by a train and her body was severed at the waist. Now she wanders bathrooms, looking for her lost lower half. She will ask you, "Where are my legs?" If you answer incorrectly, she will rip yours off. If you try to run, she will crawl after you on her hands. Within 3 days of hearing her name, she will appear. It's too late to save yourself. So when you use a public restroom today, do not look up. The Teke-Teke, named for the sound she makes when she crawls. This urban legend of a girl cut in half by a train is perhaps the most visceral. She hunts victims at dusk, near train stations and isolated roads. She moves at inhuman speed, chasing down anyone who crosses her path. If she catches you, she will use her massive, rusted scythe to cut you in two. Wait for the sound. It's not the wind. It's the Teke-Teke of a nightmare on a mission. And if you hear it, it means she's already right behind you. Tamino's Hell. This is a poem that you must never read out loud. If you do, tragedy will strike you and everyone you love. The poem describes a young girl's descent into the deepest level of Buddhist hell. It is said that the words themselves are a curse, vibrating at a frequency that invites death. Radio hosts in Japan have reported equipment failures and sudden illnesses after even mentioning the poem. If you read it in your head, you're safe. For now. Kuchisake-onna, the Iron Woman. She appears in the shadows of old houses, her skin cold and hard as steel. She doesn't scream, she rings. If you hear the sound of a bell ringing where there is no wind, she is near. She will press her frozen metallic body against yours until you are crushed by the weight of her curse. Owners of old mansions have found strange, metallic stains on their walls that no chemical can remove. A permanent mark of a visitor from the iron world. The silent passenger. Taxi drivers in Taipei often report picking up a young woman on rainy nights who who asks to go to a specific remote address. When the driver arrives, the back seat is empty, but the seat is soaking wet, and the money left behind is always hell banknotes used for the dead. Check your back seat. If the air suddenly smells like stagnant pond water and old incense, pull over and do not look in the mirror. The Okiku doll. This is not a legend. It is a documented mystery. In a temple in Hokkaido, there is a doll whose hair never stops growing. Scientists analyzed the hair and confirmed it is real human hair from a young child. Monks must trim it every year, but it always grows back, thicker than before. They say the spirit of its original owner is trapped inside. If you look closely at her mouth, you can see her teeth beginning to grow through the porcelain. The Under-Table Girl, a modern Korean legend of a girl who died of exhaustion. She doesn't haunt the streets. She haunts your workspace. If you feel a cold draft near your feet or a slight tug on your chair at night, do not look down. If you see her, she will claim your place, and you will become the one under the table. These legends survive because they feed on your fear. And by watching this, you've just given them a new place to stay. Is something touching your leg right now? Or was it just the wind? Subscribe to Urban Tales and try to sleep.